How's it going? On today's episode of Speaking into the Void until I actually get subscribers, we're talking about One Piece. Wait, what is that? What's going? Oh my! Sorry, had to get the jump scare in. It's a classic at this point. No, it's not. It's only happened twice. Today we'll be talking about One Piece. Anime episode 1072. Yeah, everyone's happy. Everyone liked that episode. Well, most people. Some people still think that Gear 5th is goofy. You think, and then they don't like the goofiness. Takes the serious side of the fights. Oh, the new people wouldn't like it. So hey, I guess we're all in agreement. But the episode everyone wanted, the episode everyone loves, Crunchyroll. Getting broken 2 weeks in a row. Couldn't be any other anime except One Piece. Shut up, man. Just take your shit and go with it. Yeah, great episode. I mean, I said I was gonna enjoy it. It was almost entirely focused on the fight. Well, not almost. It was entirely focused on the fight. I don't know, this isn't going to be a long one because there isn't much to say besides just me repeatedly saying, the fight was so great, the fight was so great. It was funny to see all of it live because, I read it back when the manga first came out. So it was very cool. Animators were definitely in their bag, even though they were last week. But, we got to see the extended part of the fight because last week was just the intro. But, impatient motherfuckers on the internet thought the Gear 5th episode thing was a one-time event and then end of Wano on to the next island or something. So, seeing Luffy, getting eaten by Kaido and then, he grabs out of him through his eyeballs and flies out, great. I'm just trying to remember, all the different stuff he did. There's so much goofy stuff he did. Kaido trying to fight this goofy opponent. How do you really fight him? Luffy just toying with him. He's in the lab. He's in the training room. He's just testing out all the new stuff he can do, goofing around. This really is not going to be a long one because there's really not too much to talk about. I mean, I could talk about each specific thing that happened in the fight, but it was a great fight. Still going on next week, and I'm excited for what's going to happen next week because it's my favorite portion of the fight. Just because I was like, how much stuff can he do? He used a lot of different abilities. I mean, there was a part where he was like going, boing, 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 and someone said it was like using light, but it was just visual effect. Because they were like, he's always devil fruit. It's like, not really. It's just visual effect. And then there was a part where he got launched on a rock, and he did a spring thing, stealing Bellamy's flame, even though their fruits are already similar to begin with, so I wouldn't really say it's stealing his flame. I mean, Luffy versus Katakuri was two very identical devil fruits going at it, so, And then he did a spinning thing, which, I mean, I don't really think you need a devil fruit about spinning. It's whatever. But I can't remember the person's name, but there's some realness there. It's like, oh, look at all the devil fruit powers Luffy is using. So, that was that. I don't really know what to say. It was a great episode. I love seeing it animated. I will say now, though, because I can, I guess it's really the only thing I have to say now that I can. When he sputtered out of his Gear 5th form, that was a moment that was hooking me. If there was ever a moment in the episode where it kind of went back into more of a story-driven per se instead of just pure fighting, it was that, because I got some implications from that, at least just for me. And I had that back when I read the manga, where he sputtered out of it, turned into an old dude. He was panting. And then Kaido was like, oh, you giving up? And then he mentioned something about him dying, and then Luffy was like, he took the Gear second pose, and he was like, you think I care about dying? Then he came back, and, oh, it looks so good. It looks like, oh my God. I love the way Gear 5th looks. It looks so cool. But people are thinking, and I'm thinking too, Luffy's most likely going to die by the end. He's probably going to be another martyr like Roger was. Now, I don't think it's going to be exactly the same where he's going to, be all posted up like Logtown, and, you want my treasure? Then go and find it, and restart the pirate era and all that shit. It's not going to be all that. But he might have to be taken out. Well, not have to, but he might end up taken out. Whether it's in his final fight against whoever. I almost said a manga spoiler. I had to slow down. Or just through gradual use. We've already seen that even Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, Gear 4th, they take a very big toll on Luffy. Gear 2nd is literally him pumping his blood through his bloodstream faster so he can, move quicker. So that's definitely got to have an effect on him. So I'm thinking repeated use of Gear 5th in these very extreme fights, because he's almost said another manga spoiler. I'm just so used to it. I got to catch myself. He's fighting a Yonko right now. So pretty safe to say he's Yonko level. And he's gonna have to keep fighting these top tier opponents, admirals, the other Yonko, like Shanks, just strong people like that. So it might end up pushing him to a point where he ends up just sputtering out. His heart bursts or fails or something like that. But he said he doesn't care about that. He said, dead men are, what did he say? I can't remember the exact line. Like, dead men are bones or something like that. It hit. It's a line that hit, but I don't remember what the line was. So, yeah. Beyond that, fantastic episode. I loved it. Best episode I've seen in a while, even though the last one was the best episode I've seen in a while. But they're like, there's a whole thing. It should just be a movie. It should just be a 1 hour event. Gear 5th. But that's not what we have. So, soon, because I want to reread it once or twice more to make sure I talk about everything properly, I will be discussing One Piece manga, chapter 1090. So for all of my viewers out there that are anime onlys, don't watch my next upload. Ooh, all right, I'm done. I need to make my Gundam episode 48 review, and I just keep putting it off because it happened so long ago, and I just want to start the next Gundam, and I'm like, well, no one's watching this shit. Who's gonna care? But I'm still gonna do it anyways at some point, I think.